lot better face to face because it's just easier.
I said 75% because I think email, like knowing how to email is a really important skill, and I think a lot of people like younger do know how to do that. Even like reminders like from the office or from principals, like they're gonna email you. They're not gonna come personally tell each teacher like, oh, reminder to do this. So I think that's a good way to like keep everybody in the loop, kind of thing.
Well, and off that, I feel like, and it's, you're not interrupting a class. You
Right.
can email them whenever. Sorry.
I said 75, because sometimes, like, they both said that you can't get the point across, or they get confused on what you're saying. And then, I think it's good, because, like, sometimes that's the only way you can communicate while you're in the classroom, because you don't have time to step out of the classroom and go talk to the teacher. And so, I mean, I think email's good for the purposes like that, but if you have time, I think having a face-to-face conversation is better, shows that you, like, care about what you're talking about.
I agree, because I made the point kind of whenever I was writing my paper out, but I mean, it's hard whenever you have, 20 kids running around and you don't have time to say, stay here, I'm gonna go talk to this person, so I felt like that would just be easier to get the email, and then you could maybe, discuss later about what the email entailed.
I mean, especially when they're clear across the building too, you can't just leave your class and go clear across the building.
Okay, so number 3 said, because we use technology on a day-to-day basis, are you able to name a way technology has somehow impacted you negatively or hindered you in some way? I know that's probably a yes from everyone, but.
Yeah, I said, because some students don't have it at home. So like if you say you're not in a classroom where everyone can have an iPad. So say I tell them, okay, I need you to research Abraham Lincoln. Well, some kids aren't gonna be able to go home and get on the computer or an iPad. They're not gonna have that. So I think that's how it hindered me, because not every kid's lucky to have technology at home.
Well, and kind of going off of that, that's what it was good to have the iPads for, just
Yeah.
because sometimes schools allow them to take those home if they need them or if their homework requires them. and stuff
Well,
like
even
that.
going on that too, like, a lot of students don't have Wi-Fi stuff at home, so like, even if they were to take their iPad home, they don't have like, they don't have a connection to connect to Wi-Fi to do homework.
I said that I feel like people get very easily distracted on technology, because I know I do. If I'm like working on homework and I pull up YouTube and I pull up like 6 more videos after that, and so I get very distracted.
Personal experience.
So yeah.
Yeah, I agree with Bree on that. Like, it takes attention away from maybe things like that you have to do. Like, if you have a whole list of things you have to do, and maybe you're like, oh, I'm gonna research this thing for my lesson plan. Like, you could easily just look at the internet for 2 or 3 hours and be like, okay, well, I didn't get anything else done because I was looking at everything else. And I think it's like so much knowledge on there that like you don't know when to stop or like what's useful. Like, you just look at everything.
Well, it's a good and a bad thing, because I know I can get on Pinterest
Oh,
and look
yeah.
at like school, like stuff for your classroom, and then I end up in like something totally irrelevant.
Yeah.
And also with like using it in the classroom, I feel like the more you incorporate it, the more you're sometimes taking away from kids being able to actually use a pen and like paper and just learn how to actually write instead of.
Because that's still important.
Yeah. So I mean, I think technology is important, but I think there should also be like a good
Balance, yeah, I agree.
I said like, when your lesson, like sometimes you build lessons based on technology, like you gotta show a video or something like that, then your technology just doesn't work, like the video won't play, or the internet's down for that day, so then you have to completely switch your lesson around. And I know that's happened quite a bit.
It's exactly what one of the girls in my class said. She was like, there was times that I had literally my whole lesson planned off of this one thing, and then it crashed for the day, and she was like, well, I don't have anything to present now because all of it's down. So, like I said, districts are different, and so I was just wondering if there, was, a time where you had to adapt to where technology was different than what you were used to, and how that affected you.
I said B, because I mean, I feel like for like the basics, like email, stuff like that, but then maybe on the smart board, there's like a program you want to use, so you don't know how to exactly use all of that. So I said somewhat difficult. and then also, like we just talked about, is something like say your email is not working or the internet's not working, so that kind of you have to adjust to that too. So that's what I'm saying.
I said B because I went from like a private school where we just used the like projector with the slides and stuff to mark on to Rockbridge, which used like a lot of technology and iPads and all that stuff, and I was a little bit lost. But now, like going in my classroom, I don't have an issue with it. But just like in high school, it was a little bit difficult.
Yeah, like some assistive technology that kids have, is really difficult to figure out how to use because like every little thing like changes for the kids. So like there's a PECS, is like picture enhancement communication system or something, like you have to, like program each button to say like the picture like in a word that that student needs. So like if it's breakfast or bathroom or pencil or time to go home, like you have to like do that for every little thing and it changes. And so like that's hard because you have to know that program, you have to know like what that student needs. And so like, there's different things that you don't even expect to have to know how to learn. Like I already know how to use a smartboard and the computer, blah blah blah, but then like